G'day guys, welcome to another video. We are here in my shop. I'm gonna call it my shop from now on. It's a garage workshop thing. Anyway, before we get started, tell me what you guys think I should do with the slightly damaged, it's just a scratch, and there's some other little marks in this door, and I am getting it replaced. Let me know what you think I should do, whether I should just put it up on display, whether we can do a giveaway with it, I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below what you think we should do with the carbon door. But anyway, today is gonna be an exhausting day. Ha ha ha. It's okay, me and Nick are both dads, so we're allowed to make jokes like that. And I'm assuming a lot of you guys that do watch my videos are dads as well, because that's sort of our demographic. But anyway, we've got all of our Ben Brothers piping here ready to go on. We've got our Pulsar, new Pulsar turbo here. We need to cut this bend off and put this bend onto here because this housing has a little bit of damage on it, so we want to replace that and get rid of that issue. And obviously we're doing an exhaust today. We've also had help from SS Customs. They have sent us a whole heap of super rad stuff for back purging. This is like, I'm gonna put all this out and show you guys properly when I pull it all out, but that's to hold all my piping, clamps, and we've got these sick, they came by the way, how sick is that, tack clamps.
Are the best stainless.
So, SS Customs.
Most of you guys that weld will know trying to hold stainless up there because you can't magnetize obviously because it's stainless, you just can't hold it. These things are a game changer.
So yeah, SS Customs guys, I'll leave the name here. And yeah, and then we've got another one which I've got to go get the box of more stuff that we got delivered. All right, and the other one that's come on board is HD Welding Supplies. So I'm gonna leave their link here, and I'll leave everybody's link in the comments down below. But honey, they're like cups,
yeah, they're the bee's
cuppy things, really cool cups.
TIG torch,
nice torch. I don't know where to put things down. Here, I can give it to you. What's this? Ultimate starter kit.
So gas lenses, just another little kit.
And then we've got the double reg thing, yeah. And that's for back purging. Guys, we're not going to back purge this setup, but I'm definitely in the future going to be back purging stuff. I personally don't see the need of back purging on an exhaust. Like, I can see some people wanting to, especially up near the turbo and stuff, but really we're doing a cat back exhaust. It's kind of unnecessary and wasteful. And I'm learning, like, I don't need to be back purging and stuff right yet. I want to try and get my head around it a bit more, and obviously Nick's going to teach me everything he can, and it's just all learning from here forward. But maybe we'll probably back purge the turbo.
Yeah, we'll back purge. Or with the
yeah,
you don't back purge alley.
Oh, you don't back purge alley. See, I'm learning. I don't know these
Stainless
things.
is the only thing you back purge. Like, just stops the big crusties from falling on the inside.
Okay.
Just keeps it consistent the whole way through.
Yeah.
So you're trying to eliminate the oxygen out of the pipe. That's what backflowing does. So it just gets rid of that, because the oxygen collides with the weld and the argon, and it creates like the crustation on the inside, and then obviously creates debris and all that sort of stuff when you're welding and all the bad stuff. So.
All right, so we're going to pull the JZX90 in, and then I guess, what do we want to do first? Do we want to do turbo first, so then we know where our exhaust is going to be and everything?
Get the turbo going, like get it all running, get the water neck on, just make sure it's all good, start it, and then we'll get the exhaust going after that, I reckon. All
right, perfect. Well, that's what we're going to do, guys. We're going to go ahead, get the turbo done, and then get straight on to exhaust fab. It's going to be a cool vlog. I'm excited to learn new things. All right, quickly, what's your welder?
It's just a SIG weld 185, so it does the AC/DC welds. So just a base. It's not.
So it's similar,
mega, but it's what you need for home
DIY
stuff. So.
And TIG wise, it's a similar power setup to mine.
Very similar. It's nearly the same machine. It just does AC to DC. So yours can't do the alloy configuration. Yeah. This sort of stuff, but. Again, yours has the multi-function, so you can do MIG and stick.
But I think after talking to more people, I'm going to go for a setup, because you've got the other welder down the bottom.
That's just my little shitty MIG welder that I can plug gas into. But
yeah, but that's MIG. That's a MIG one. Okay, so that's what I'm planning to do. I think I'm going to get it set up like Nick here, and just have the TIG on it, and then keep my MIG welder on a separate trolley for like quick little easy stuff and tacking, and there's little things like that. It's good to use a MIG for. But talking with more people, you don't really want to be swapping back and forth on the welder. You either want to use it for one or the other. And by the sounds of it, I need to go and grab something like this to be able to just use it for only TIGging and have it set up so I can just use it when I need to. Nice, quick, easy. And I do have a nice, perfect space in my new FINKFAB shop. I think I need to get a sign, huh? It says FINKFAB right here. But I've obviously got this welder here, and I've got another spot where I put some wheels right now where I could easily put a TIG right there, and I don't know, I'll be happy. For the people that have been concerned, don't worry, I'm going to cover wheels and things in the future for grinding and all that, and someone was worried about the bride seat as well. I think the bride seat will be fine. It's not a mint bride seat by any means, but yeah, I do agree with the whole wheel thing, and I'm working on a solution for that. All right, so first things first, obviously gonna have to pull my turbo apart. I've just started pulling it apart. I'm gonna need 2 hands, but basically pulling the turbo apart, then I cut the end off, then I gotta cut the end off that one. And for this particular one, I'm definitely letting Nick take the reins because, yeah, first weld of the day, and it's an alley weld. He can do it. I'm not gonna try and go hell for leather on a very important part of the car immediately. I find exhaust a less important car than the actual turbo side of things, so Nick's getting that job. I'll continue to pull it apart, do some cutting, and get it ready for him.
Before you turn around and walk away.
All right, Nick is setting up. One of the big things with welding is clean, huh?
Yeah, especially with
cast
alloy, anything alloy just has to be super clean, like super clean.
Actually, while we're here, I'll knock this off and we'll weld that hole up as well. So I had an issue with that coming out of my old one.
Yeah.
All right, so he's even cleaning the rods, and he just pointed out now that even then, look at all the muck that's on them.
They're in a brand new case of rods. Like everything has to be clean. It's like when they say fabrication and welding, like probably 90% of the time is like preparation, 10% is the actual welding.
Yeah, right.
Same goes for like the actual skill of the welding. It takes more time to learn the settings and like all your amps and all sort of stuff.
Yeah, the settings is the stuff I don't get. Like the actual welding side of it, like when I grabbed Chop's gun and had a dip with stainless, I could do it. Like I felt comfortable, but if I had to set it up from day dot, I'd be lost.
Yeah, alloy is one of the harder ones. It can really frustrate you, but it all just comes down to cleanliness. As long as it's clean, the weld's pretty good. So
yeah. All right, got some dime bags around there, and now we're gonna weld up just these bungs here because we really don't need them and just unnecessary. I welded them up on my other one. They do have like a plastic thing. It's essentially for speed sensor, I think. That's speed sensor?
Speed sensor for the wheel.
Yeah, so speed sensor for the turbo. We're not going that advanced, this is a daily. I just went and put the new neck on. I'm actually liking stuff being black. So we're going to paint the turbo front housing black, and I think in the future I'll probably end up painting some of my cool piping black as well, just to neaten up the whole engine bay and you know, make it look more sort of OEM. Okay, so I pulled one of my intercooler pipes off that are in the bay. I've just painted her up with some of my Steelit, and I guess I'll get this prepped up ready for paint, cover this, yeah, and then cover that hole and cover the whole back, and I should be able to hit that with a lick of the Steelit. I said, guys, this isn't a sponsor, but the guys at Mike's Shock Shop are so awesome. They import this stuff into Australia, so I don't know, this stuff's sick. And it's lasted ages. I've used this for quite a bit of stuff, and there's still at least half a can left. It's expensive though. It's like 70 bucks a can, I think. But it's sick. You can weld over it, all that jazz. I don't know. I'm gonna paint the turbo in it and see if it likes the heat or not. The reason I started filming just now, so they're all closed over like they were never there. Weld's all done. I'm gonna wait for it to cool down and we'll paint. Or did I do that in the camera already? All right, so we're in the turbo back on process. I painted up my front housing, painted up one of my intercooler pipes, so should jazz up this side of the engine bay. We've still got our black water neck on now. And, oops, sorry, I'll get out your way. Yeah, we're just going ahead and bolting the turbo core back on, and then we'll bolt the housing to that in the car, just because it's a bit of a pain in the butt to get it on with the front housing with this manifold. So just muck around with that, and then do some water lines, hook the oil lines up, and fire this thing back up, make turbo noises again, turn the car around and get this thing up in the air and do an exhaust, which I'm very, very excited to get onto. Again, I cannot thank everyone enough that's getting behind me on this exhaust deal. SS Customs, Ben Brothers, and then HD Welding Supplies. I need to double check that I said that right. Is it HD? It is HD Welding Supplies. Lost everything. I need to thank someone else as well. All right, and the other guys I had to thank is SP Mufflers. See that little SP logo there? These are SP Mufflers. I believe they're Australian made, in-house in Australia. So I'm excited to get these on. Beautiful welding, nice finish. Even though I am gonna black out the back of it, just because it's a little bit too flashy for the back of like the daily driver. And I don't know, I sort of like, I don't want to show off that part as much, but I want this thing to be nice and quiet. I cannot wait to get this whole exhaust put together. Hopefully the note is nice, and most of all, heaps quieter, because daily, you know, police aren't what they used to be. They do like to dog the boys here and there if your car's loud. If it's nice and quiet, it'll still make the same amount of power, and no one's the wiser. And honestly, if the exhaust is quieter, you'll hear more turbo noises anyway. So 10 out of 10, I recommend that, because turbo noises are the best kind of noises. All right, we'll keep battling away on getting this turbo in. It's always a little bit fiddly. In hindsight, I wish I went V-band for the bottom of the turbo instead of a T4, but hindsight's 2020. All right, I've done the old stuck on a phone call with Rudnick, working out drift week things, turn around and Nick's done Nick things, and it's done. This is ready to fire up.
Ready to go.
Do you want to do the honors, or do you want to stay on this side and watch things? Here, you take the camera. You take the camera and watch things. Holy moly. Obviously no exhaust. OCD is getting me. That's on the top. I'm just gonna spin that around. That doesn't look shit. black looks sick. Yeah, and then once we put the cover back on the turbo, it'll look fucking awesome. Alright, there we go. Finished product. Makes spoolie noises. Oops. She's obviously straight piped at the moment. Alright, we're gonna get this thing turned around and start on not only the exhaust but also the sump situation as well. And now the fun starts to happen. It's exhaust time. I'm just going to strap this up to a decent height and then start working from there. Probably go up a bit higher even more. Yep. A little bit of touch is okay. All right, start working some stuff out and get on to making an exhaust. All right, so FINKFAB is officially open for business. This is official day 1, and we're gonna get to work on, we're just starting out with something super simple. We know we need a kink on it. I've got this muffler basically where it needs to be. We're gonna be running this here just to give us a bit of a turn once it gets going down in this direction here. So we don't need to use any of our new fancy clamps. So we're leaving, that's our 3-inch clamps there ready to go. We're using our Ben Brothers pre-done pie cuts. We're gonna go ahead for a first weld and get this welded up, and should probably go into the fab bay and set up my other thing that I got from SS as well. So we got this. I haven't showed you this, we haven't pulled it out yet, but it's a pipe holder for welding. So I didn't film it, just tried to knock myself out with the middle resonator. We're going for another one of these bends. Honestly, this Ben Brothers stuff makes stuff so simple. Like obviously if you've got a saw blade, you know, you can do your own pie cuts. There you go, that's what they'll give you that. That's what the thingos are. So that's what this is for. From the boys at Fat Lip. It's actually a stencil to cut your own. So you slide this over your pipe and then cut your pie cuts. But we don't need to because we've got the Ben Brothers, like, yeah, what are they called? Pie cuts. Pre-cut pie cuts. So sick, and make the job so much easier. Just about to add that because we just need a bit more of a bend here. And we're gonna run straight down to where the thingy will be. You want me to hold them again? Yeah. Hold your nuts, sorry bud. Can't even hold your nuts. Fucking hell. Should be holding more than your nuts for the amount of help you give me. Alright man, these pie cuts, so good. So guys, I obviously do intend to do some welding, but the day's got away from us a little bit and we kind of want to get this done today. So Nick's sort of taking the reins a bit, and we want this car done today. So he's taking the reins. Don't worry, I'm still definitely going to be doing some welding, and I will have a dip.
Today. You still get heaps like to do today. It's a lot easier when you're doing with filler. Yeah. When you're trying to just get the tack on it, you know, and blow a hole through it. So like trying to get it. It's a lot harder to land a tack than it is to just dab filler, and once you go constant line going. Yeah, for sure. Got the nuts. Really? Oh, I'm terrible with the nuts. Make it. The nut game, mate. Yeah, that's why I'm married. My nuts are in her handbag. No, not really. I do lots of things and then ask for forgiveness. All right, so we just started using some of the SS Customs gear, and this game changer, huh? Mate, the amount of exhaust I've done, and this is like a headache, and I'm just trying to balance and like 3 to 4 pieces at a time.
And the best bit is we obviously,
phenomenal.
all we have to do is take it off and tack it straight through the holes.
Yeah, you just tack it here. You can tack it on car, tack there and tack there, take it off, keep going, just keep moving along.
How good is that? So SS Customs guys, check them out. Definitely makes your life easier. All right, we're gonna keep both hands in the game here and work out the last other couple pieces we're doing. All right, we're about to use our little SS Customs clamp thing. Super handy. No hands on the job really. Get in there. Is there a- oh. All right, the wind has picked up, so we're moving into the shed. About to weld up a V-band under here. A few people mentioned about putting a whirly bird on top of my shed. I think that's a good idea, but it does have ventilation all through the middle there. If you can see, you can see where the sun's coming through. So it does let a bunch of heat out of here. It is warmer in here than it is outside though, but it's because we're not in the wind more than anything. But people mentioned I'm going to get really hot in here. You weld, you swim. You weld some more, and then you swim. Perfect, guys. We're out of the wind in here. All right, here we go, guys. Finished project.
Wipe it down.
Huh? You gotta wipe it down? Oh, okay.
Hang on. The experts are here.
The experts. Toyota expert.
Yeah,
For 40 years in Toyota.
I'm still not
50?
convinced whether I'd take it off or not yet.
50 years in Toyota or 100?
70.
70?
43 was enough.
43 years in
Good number,
Toyota.
43. Good
But you
number.
never had to deal with Toyotas this stature. You just got sucky Toyota, like Australia Toyota.
Exactly.
You got
You
your
just keep it standard.
the engineering
You don't have any
feats.
problems, see, Luke.
The engineering feats at Toyota finished under your management at the A86.
Yeah. I was in Japan for that.
There you go. All right, so we're letting Nick wipe over it. Obviously, Nick did a bunch of the welding. You guys can tell it is later at night now. If I had welded it out, we would have been here till 1 AM. It is now 10 to 7, and the exhaust is done. And obviously, a lot of welds in this exhaust. We got welds for the dump. Beautiful SP muffler. Look at this. Lobster. Got a hanger here. Lobstered it around the diff. We're gonna follow you down, Nick. Lobstered it into the middle muffler. Again, another SP muffler. Lobstered again. Down into a lobster into the existing exhaust. We can probably lose our zip tie now. There we go, guys. Finished. This is porn. I love it. What are you talking about?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing to see here. Nothing to see.
Nothing to see here.
All been break.
The welds are straight. That's all that matters. The welds are straight.
Yeah. And honestly, we did a shake test. Nothing hits. We're like, we need a pretty decent amount of shaky to get any contact.
Yeah, pretty big misfire to hear it rattle.
Yep. Really pumped with how it sits. I guess it's about time to let it down and fire it up and see what it sounds like.
We do some stuff.
Oh yeah, we can't start anything until we do the sump. Yeah, you gotta wait. There's no oil in
Down
it.
bed.
There's no oil in it. Okay.
Fuck, that would have been.
We're gonna smash the sump out. We're gonna get the sump job done and then fire.
He has
Yes.
been known before.
Standard Nick, 10 minutes. We'll take this turbo off. Here. Yeah. I'd fire it up just for you, Rob, and then knock the motor.
I'm not Rod Knock.
Yeah, well, you could be Rod Knock if he got us to fire it up while it's still not the best. So I'm gonna do a little bit more of a touch up here with the black, and I'm actually gonna black out the sides as well, just because I don't want the muffler to be super shiny. I like that the dump is still silver, but yeah, super stoked. This is really nice. I love it. Thank you, Nick.
Right, mate. Anytime.
Yeah. I did weld some of it, okay? I welded that little bit. What did I weld? I think I only tacked. I just tacked something. All right, I will do welding when time isn't a crunch, okay? Just get off my back. All right, so we are going ahead and finally fitting the Tome sump. Do you want to read the instructions, Nick?
No.
You say something wrong. So obviously we've got the bottom piece of the baffle, and then there's also a top piece, which I'm not sure, because there was no nuts and bolts that came with it.
pretty much just use the existing
hardware.
windage tray.
Yeah.
It pretty much just replaces the windage tray if not goes on top. And then everything else just bolts to that. So there's actually nothing in the sump itself. Everything bolts to the windage tray.
Ah, Roger. Well, no, it looks like... Oh, yeah, no, there is bolts there. Oh, yeah. So there's 4 bolts.
Then nothing happens to the sump. So it's stock sump, stock pickup. It just essentially goes around.
And we're going to
the windage
use
tray,
the other pickup, wherever it is, over there.
Yeah, and the sump's over there.
Yep. Oh, is that where we've got it? Okay, cool. Sump's here. So we need to clean this. So this is the windage tray. That's what it's going to replace. Need to give this a clean out. But do we want to use this one where, because it leaks from that area there, because it's not exactly straight?
Fix that. That's all good.
Oh, you fixed it? Or you will fix it? Okay, cool. We'll use this sump. So this windage tray will bolt on underneath. Tommy powered. That's just so cool. We're never going to see it again, but just having Tommy powered, that's just cool. Not Tom powered, not Tommy FIA powered, Tommy powered. All right, that is cool. So that bolt goes through there, bolt goes through there, bolt goes through there. And that is just a cool piece. I think that is so cool. I'm very excited to see this bolted in, but most of all, it has Tommy powered. It has a Tomei sticker, and I'm getting a Tomei sticker on the car. What an awesome day for the JZX90, guys. I am freaking pumped. Like, the AU was great yesterday, don't get me wrong, but I love the 90. Right, it is all happening, folks. Tomei sump is pretty much in.
Pretty much done.
Pretty much done, skis. Do you reckon we should give it a little spray just because that thing I had to grind off? So it turns out we had to cut off. I'm assuming maybe other people bend them. If you have a look at that, they probably bend it.
Yeah.
We couldn't read the Japanese instructions, obviously, but the oil pressure sensor or height thing, which we don't use anyway because I've got pressure sensors and everything in the link. You know, we don't need it anyway. We deleted it. I don't know, this thing just looks super cool. Should not have any dramas. So my understanding is this is what James Dean was running in his pro car with a 2J for a long time until he went dry sump. He didn't have any dramas with this setup, but ended up going dry sump. So that makes me feel pretty confident. Still want to relax the cuts, but I think this setup's going to be the way to go. And Nick did a great job, obviously, with that. And that was, you know, it was only because we couldn't get hold of this.
That was purely a temporary for that one night to see if it helped.
Yeah, exactly, to see if it'd help. And we knew we needed one of these with the flaps. Like, the flaps are the big game changer, guys, because obviously you hit the brakes hard, it'll let oil in through here, and will stop the oil going forward there. You hit the accelerator hard, oil will go in through here and get caught on these gates and make sure this all stays full of oil. So that's the idea behind the gates. And ideally, any good sump baffle kit has gates in it. And we just ordered a gated sump setup like this for my Corvette. So pretty happy about that. Right, things are getting very serious, guy. We're on the cruisers now. I'm out of CCs. So all we've got in my fridge is cruisers, but sump is about to go back on. Oh God, I nearly fell over. But Tommy sump is on. The sump cover is about to go back on. Right, sump is going on. Look at this, guys. Super stoked. We're gonna fill her up with some Castrol. Guys, I have said it. 3rd time this month we're putting fresh Castrol oil in this car. If anybody knows anyone at Castrol, please get them to hit me up. If there's one sponsor I could really do with, it would be Castrol. I am spending so much money on Castrol oil lately. Like, that's all this thing. $110, $110, $110, $110, $110. There's 2 at Nick's place that are, God. So what's that? That's 3, 4, 5, $700 and something on freaking oil. Also, guys, don't forget, every $50 you spend in store gets you in the running to win a Powertrain Digital Dash. And because we're going away, the store is only open for another 2 weeks, and then we're shutting down the store for 2 months. So if you do want to grab something for Christmas, now is the time, guys. Yeah, we're closing for 2 months. We're gonna be back just before Christmas, but obviously that won't give us time to ship stuff out to you guys. So if you do wanna get something for your partner or a friend or something like that from LukeFink.com, definitely go get it now. Not only is there the $50, every $50 you spend goes in the running to win the Powertune Digital Dash, which will be an extra rad Christmas present, because we're gonna get that sent out before we leave, anywhere in the world. And yeah, we're closed for Christmas. We're gonna be closed from end of this month until after Christmas. We're gonna close the store down. So definitely check it out, grab something, and I think the next video you're gonna see is us pouring oil into this thing and then firing it up. All right, it's fire up time, boys. Cans are ready. Cheers for the startup.
I didn't do fucking anything.
I'll give you this. You were there for emotional support, Rob.
Yeah, true.
Emotional.
Watched you burn your hand 3 times on the same thing.
Told you it's hot.
Fucking sounds
I
like
love
taxi.
how quiet it is.
Sounds like taxi.
There's
Cruiser,
no
mate.
noise. Oh, there is no noise.
That's
That's
quiet.
perfect. Dude.
Now boosted.
Well, I'll wait till it warms up, but yeah. I'll give it a little rip now and see what it does. It's going to be all turbo noise now. That's big. I'm pumped on that. Guys, I'm very excited about that. That's what I wanted. She's quiet as. How good is that?
Literally talking.
Like, she's obviously cold, so she's not happy. It's still got a good note though.
So good.
It's still got that good note. Dude.
It is quiet, like literally there's no...
No, we're not raising our voice at all.
Whisper and hear it.
We are having a full, like the fan. I can hear the fans
Yeah.
or something at the front.
Sounds good up here.
That is good.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's going to be all.
Yeah.
It's going to be all turbo noises. You're not really going to hear the exhaust now. Oh, boys.
So quiet, like so quiet.
Dude, that's exactly what I wanted. So normally when this car was running in here, it would actually vibrate the roof.
I experienced it for the first time the other day when we went to Richland.
Yeah, and it had that little bit of
It nearly
like,
hurt your ears. Like it was like this, just the tone that it put out.
Yeah.
Like shook your ears. Like it was
that's
bad.
dead quiet now. That's
Very.
borderline factory car.
It's good.
Yeah.
Until the screamer comes on then.
Oh, that's the thing.
Rip your
But
head
you
off.
know what the coolest thing about this thing now is cruising around, the exhaust is going to be dead quiet and all you are going to hear is spool.
Yeah.
You were just going to hear turbo, all turbo. You're going to hear that Pulsar G3660. I'm saying that because there's been, there was a bunch of comments asking what size turbo it was in the comments in the last video, or not last video, the one before. It is a G3660 from Pulsar. Definitely check them out, guys. Like I said, I've had those little dramas, but in Pulsar's defense, I wasn't running water. I was only running oil. This turbo is designed to run water through it, and we are now running water lines through it. So, what a day. We've done a full...
My dress.
What?
My dress.
This is what happens when you get a bunch of deliveries during the week. The kids are running around with the boxes and the bubble wrap on. But, you know, we've gone from the start of the day, this car parked out the front with no turbo on it, no exhaust. In this day, what did we didn't even start too early, really.
About 9:30 we got into it already.
Yeah, so I edited a video this morning, the AU video, which if you are watching all the vlogs you would have watched yesterday. I had that smashed out, and then yeah, like about 9:30 we came outside and started to get into it. And what did we do? We did the turbo first. We had to cut, well, you saw it earlier in this video. There's been a hell of a lot of stuff done today, and the JZX90 is officially back in action. We definitely are gonna take it. We're gonna let Russ definitely do a touch up on it, because new exhaust, new turbo. It is the same model of turbo, but we still just want to check over things, make sure it's all good, and we do want to turn those oil pressure things down. We're gonna turn them down, but then we'll log the drift runs that we do, just to see what the oil pressure is doing. But my feelings are, with this new sump in there, with this new Tomei baffled sump, hopefully all the issues are gone, and we can just move forward with having fun with this car like we used to. And yeah, I've got to extend a massive thank you out to Ben Brothers. Good thing is I can edit. Ben Brothers, SS Customs, HD Welding Supplies, and SP Mufflers. Everybody came together on this one and really did a solid and helped me out so much. And obviously, Nick, K-Swap Garage. I'll leave the
Moral
name right here. What did you say?
Moral support.
Moral support. Neighbor Rob in for moral support. And guys, I can tell you, coming soon in these vlogs, hopefully before I go away, someone's Subaru's getting turned rear-wheel drive.
This weekend, hopefully.
Nick's, it's done. He's been hanging around Drift. What, you've been watching 2 events now?
Yeah, I can't sit on the sidelines anymore. I need to destroy something.
So he's talking about looking for a drift car, but I'm super keen on this idea of turning his Subaru hatchback. What is it? It's a WRX. What year?
It's 08.
08 Impreza. Yeah. You guys have seen it in the vlogs. If you haven't already, go back, look at the videos. But K24 swap. Well, we're going to go hard on this thing, guys. We're going to move the engine back. We're going to do a whole bunch of stuff. When I say we, I mean Nick, but I'll cover it for you guys. And we're going to have him out there drifting in this Subaru. I think it's going to be super cool. There is companies in the States that do lot kits for this Subaru. So that's going to be insane. I'm super stoked. I hope you guys are stoked. Yeah, I think tomorrow's video, I'll do some driving ones. There's been too many CCs and vodka cruisers going down tonight for me to take this for a drive. One lap around the block. Rob's the worst.
You got it.
More so Rob, Shedskid.
You stand in video and I'll drive.
Neighbour Rob's wife's not home. We can do a Shedskid.
Go for your life. Don't West Stop, just if you just lower the hoist just a little bit more, you don't even put the brakes on.
See, like, this is the neighbours I've got. They're geeing me up to do skids. Have you got any washing on the line? No? So that's why he's geeing it up. He's got no washing on the line. If you had washing on the line, I'm not allowed to do skids. So, no shed skids. We will fire this thing up tomorrow and take it for a drive. I am super excited to hear only turbo noises pretty much. And we've got a whole lot going on tomorrow. We've got to cut and shut some AU knuckles, get them in, go down the track. I've got some other stuff here I want to do at my shop. And yeah, it's all happening, guys. Thanks heaps for watching. Like I said, every $50 you spend in store, lukefink.com, go check it out. Support the dream. We're making it happen, guys. Thanks for watching. Peace out. See you next time.